In this lesson, we'll have the following topology. We'll have a 5548 switch that we're going to attach a fabric extender to on port 1/25. In this lesson, we're going to follow the following procedure in order to configure the fabric extender. First thing we're going to do is change to configure terminal so that we can make changes to the device. The second thing we're going to do is enable the feature FEX, because without enabling the feature, we won't be able to issue the commands to manage and operate the FEX. Third thing we need to do is actually assign the FEX a number that will identify the FEX. Fourth thing we need to do is go to the interface where the FEX will be attached and configure that interface to accept a fabric extender connection. The last thing we're going to do is actually tell the switch which fabric extender will be attached to that port. And then finally, we'll go through some of the show commands you can do to check the health of your fabric extender. Let's go to the switch. As you can see, I've connected to my 5548. The first thing that I need to do is actually go into my configure terminal mode so I can make changes to this device. The second thing that I need to do is actually enable the feature FEX by typing feature FEX. Once again, this gives us all the commands that we need and the ability to operate the FEX. Now that I have the ability to configure a FEX, I'm going to do just that. Type in FEX, and then I give the FEX a number. And this number is going to be the number that's assigned to the FEX and how we address the FEX in the system. So for instance, after the FEX is configured and I do a show run, if I choose number 100, which I'm going to do, then when I do the show run, all the Ethernet ports on the FEX are going to be Ethernet 100/1/1. And if I want to refer to the FEX and do a show FEX, then I will call out that specific number, show FEX 100. Now that I've defined FEX 100, it's taken me into a different configuration mode. In this mode, I can change some of the parameters associated with the FEX. So for instance, I can assign a description to the FEX. If I needed to, I could also tell the switch what type of FEX 100 is going to be. In this case, I don't need to do that, so I'm not going to. Now that I've given the FEX a number and I have a way to identify it, I'm going to go to the switch port and tell the switch that there's going to be a FEX attached to that port. The first thing I need to do is change the mode of the switch port to switch port mode FEX fabric. The next thing I need to do is tell it which FEX is going to be attached to that port by saying FEX associate number 100, because FEX 100 is going to be plugged into this port. The final command that I need to input is to turn the port on by doing a no shut. In this example, these configurations are being done to an individual port, but you could do the same configurations to an ether channel or a port channel, which is also a best practice. You would simply go to the port channel and run the same commands that I have run right now. I'm going to go ahead and no shut the port. And finally, if I want to see the health of a FEX, I can issue show FEX, and if I press enter, it's going to show me all the FEXs, or I have the ability to show an individual FEX or actually go into more detailed information. Please join me for the next lesson, configuring port channels.